Atreyu, can you hear me now?
Hello, hello.
Welcome to Aptos After Dark, sir.
GM. Wow, I made it through. I was definitely immediately having some troubles with Mr. Elon.
Okay,
Was not ha He was not happy, but we made it.
onwards and upwards. We got this.
Happy freaking Monday, dude. How are you?
Yo, happy freaking Monday. What a week. What a
What a
crazy week.
Dude, what a week. But I know we have so much to jam about today, and I'm so excited about it. But can we first just celebrate a second here? This is episode 16.
Yo, 4 months. 4 months of recorded spaces, 4 months of posting stuff to YouTube, 4 months of amazing guests, amazing community members coming up to speak.
I am lost for words that it's been 4 months and everything that's transpired in this period of time. I mean, if we were to go back 4 months into where Aptos was, let alone where we were, I mean, definitely a milestone. We're celebrating. So episode 16, shout out to everyone's been hanging out with us during this roller coaster that we're calling Aptos After Dark. It's it's been fun. It's
Four
been
months a
fun. I
long
mean,
time.
it is. It seriously is. I don't know. We've done yeah. Anyway, do you? I just feel like that was. I'm blown away that this is episode 16. Just shocked.
Dude, I think I'm gonna try and cook something really fancy for episode 20. Because
Ooh,
that's 5 months. It's also a nice round number.
it's a nice round number. Yeah, for sure.
I think I got something up my sleeve I'm gonna try and cook.
Oh my gosh.
You know what it
I
is.
may or may not know. Just saying, I don't know. I think I definitely know what it is, but boy, am I excited about that if that is what we're thinking. Episode 20. Everyone should get excited about that one. But shall we jump in? Shall we
Yo,
jump into
let's
the
get into it.
All right, all
Let's get
right.
into
Well,
it.
welcome to everyone that is here right now, hanging out with us in this After Dark X space. If this is your first time here, or if you're listening back, welcome to Aptos After Dark, where we discuss everything going on Aptos over the past week, every week, joined with awesome people joining us each and every week. Hosted by myself, Atreyu, and Sneezy.
Yeah, that is absolutely correct. But what you're not going to find here is any financial advice. No one up here is financial advisors. We're just up here talking about cool stuff going on in the ecosystem that we're excited about, that people come up and talk to us are excited about. If you are interested in anything that we do cover in this space, implore you to look into a little bit, get yourself a Petra wallet, and explore. Let's have some
Let's
fun.
go. Let's have some fun. I mean, the final thing we'll pitch or just say right here, just before we jump into everything, is if this is your first time listening, make sure we have a YouTube channel. Subscribe will go a huge, long way. A like or a comment, anything to show that you're here, you're interested, and you're vibing with some content. We'll have it in the notes, but you could just YouTube Aptos After Dark, and you'll find us pretty quickly. And yeah, anything that you want to hear us talk about, throwing it in the comments of YouTube. We'll be taking considerations and probably bringing them into any type of future conversations as well. So, final part here before we jump into all of the exciting things we have on today's docket.
Yo, do that. Do the thing.
Do
Click the
that.
couple buttons. Click the couple buttons. Help some homies out. Let's go.
Let's go. Well, I know we've been jumping into each episode recently, and it's been freaking awesome with some of the amazing data that's going around every week, whether it's good or bad. Just reporting on what's happening with Aptos. So we want to kick off the ecosystem, kind of activity.
Oh, of course. We got to shout out to the flip side analysts. Um, three that we often use in our space to cover the numbers: Christina Tinto, Oxham, and Azen. We'll be posting some of their posts up to the top. Throw them a follow. They do a ton more analytics than what we cover in this space. But yeah, follow them. Keep up to date with what's going on. They give a very, very in-depth look into what's really going on in the ecosystem.
So let's go. Please drop them a follow. They're contributing so much to the data side of the house and what's going on. So do you want to start with like there was a lot of activity this past week that I know we're going to be talking about. which one of these do we want to share first? I mean,
Okay,
there's a few actually.
I think we start with NFTs because that's one we can dive into the numbers without getting too giddy about the big thing.
About what episode 16 is going to be talking about
Oh,
a
I have
lot
a feeling that's
of.
gonna monopolize a lot of the time.
Okay, let's do it then. Let's do it.
Okay, I'm gonna
Christina Tinto, I have a
pin.
feeling, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna post the one she posted a week ago, and then the
Okay.
one that she posted 7 hours ago.
Okay, I'll grab the one from 7 hours ago.
Because she draws a very complete picture of what's gone on.
Did you pin the first one?
Pin now.
Pin now. All right, I got the second one. Pin now. Dope. Look at that coordination there. Okay, let's dive in. I mean, so we just pinned the two tweets from Christina Tinto from 6 days ago and the one from literally posted today, 7 hours ago.
So,
Let's compare.
so what I wanted to point out is you've got about 30,000 less sales in the ecosystem over that week, but the volume was 9.1K this week versus 9K the week before, with 30,000 more sales.
The week before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it was a
that's
big week. It was a big week for established projects.
the huge week actually. Yeah, you're right. Dang. 30,000 less sales, but greater volume. That's a good point.
I don't know, just fascinating. I didn't know I liked looking at the numbers this much until people
We
started
started doing
displaying the
it.
numbers with nice pictures for me. So Tucker and I
until
can be like, look at the graphs.
until people started putting it into a visualized format. We're like, okay, yeah, data's cool. Let's go. Yeah, I mean, it's really great to see that. And honestly, with NFT sales in general, right? Like, even though may have been like a bit of a down week, we still are trending upwards generally overall as far as the chart going back up to 2022 of October. So like overall, like we are still in an upward trajectory with the whole picture of Aptos when it comes to NFT sales. So that's still really great to see. And hopefully we see that kind of trajectory just kind of keep going, right? Like, because even though it might have been a sale volume was a little, as far as the total sales being a little bit down, it's generally speaking might just be one of those weeks where generally it's a little bit lower, but the upticks keep outweighing the slight downticks. So we keep going
Well,
up and up and up.
I think the interesting thing is the same amount of money, well, within a very small margin. Um, very similar amount of money went through the ecosystem in NFTs in the same amount of time. So that I'm not gonna do the math that quick in a space live, sorry guys, but that's a considerable increase in the amount of Aptos per NFT sale.
Yep.
So
Dang,
yeah,
that's a good point.
that's what
Do you
I'm
think
thinking. I
like
think it was a
do you
big
think
week for
like
the established NFT projects.
it also makes me wonder if like the slowdown of free mints is also contributing. We're seeing less and less in the free mint cycle that like dominated us history is kind of historically and on the Aptos side. Do you think that's contributing at all?
I'm not gonna lie. I think we saw. So this week's very bullish to me because I think the previous week what we saw was an inflated number of NFT transactions because you had the it's an Aptos thing, man.
Yep.
You
Yep.
you
Yeah.
had
That's
that
kind of what I was
wild
hinting to a little bit.
that would
Yeah.
have fallen in the same time period of that last snapshot.
Yeah. So it's like the cycles of like more volume but free has like kind of gone away. So like established projects, like you're saying, but like, it's at least at the scale, I guess, like the 1 million, that's wild. That's insane.
I
Let's
love
go.
I love to see it either way. That's
Yeah.
big weeks in terms of volume.
Big weeks. And I also know Aizen do we want to, I mean, Aizen talked a little bit more on the user base and more details there. Do we want to
Oh, I like
transition
that
to the,
one. Yep.
yeah,
And then I think we go to
yeah,
Oxfam for the weekend review, like the
yeah,
overall week.
dope. Let's do that. I mean, Aizen, the one I'm posting right now is the one from 5 hours ago. that he did like a bit of a April versus May. Is that the one you were thinking of as well?
Yep,
Okay,
that's the
yeah.
one.
Okay, so we just pinned it to the top with Aizen, another awesome analyst, really driving a lot of the value for, as Sneezy said, to Aptos and helping us visualize data better and more easily. And his tweet kind of goes into the growth rate of new user acquisition on Aptos network. And he mentions that, or Aizen mentions, I shouldn't be saying that, Aizen mentions that, Aptos has quadrupled over the last 4 weeks when it comes to new user acquisition, from April being 112 net new users. And the last week of May, we're at 400,000 new users. Yeah, so with a total now of Aptos users at over 12 million. So like, what? What quadrupled the new users in a month?
At one point, it's going to get to a point where people, and I think that's kind of what is happening, is people are going to be using Aptos without knowing or realizing that they're even interacting with Aptos.
Dude, that's, I don't know if that's a bull signal for anyone else, but that's insane to me to hear that people like just 4x in 4 weeks. Like these are huge numbers too that we're talking. We're in the six figures as new users. That
I
is
think that was
wild.
400K in a week, like in the last week of May,
Oh, that's how it's read. Okay.
I believe.
I because the way I read like the first part of the tweet is the growth rate of new users has quadrupled over the last 4 weeks. So I'm reading it as
No,
like
I
a
got you. I
4 week
see what you're
period.
saying. I got you. I think, yeah, no, I think you're right. He's just using that as the instead of
Like the
specific
last
days. Yeah,
snapshot.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, which is insane. It's still insane. I mean, these numbers are crazy to comprehend on, new users for a chain and users for a chain in general. So shout out to Aptos, man. That's freaking epic. And all the builders actually helping this become a reality because that's ultimately what it is. Um, Crazy. Wow.
Builders everywhere.
Yeah. Dude, I could know, man. This is gonna be such a fun episode. Just knowing we're gonna be chatting about after we get done with all these
Oh,
insane
I know, I
metrics.
know, I know, I know. And that's why the notion I'm gonna bring you up. It's just we got to get
Yep.
through a little bit of stuff, just or else we won't get into it because I want to talk about the same hype shit you want to talk about.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Data first, and then we will be going
We'll
into it
probably
for
just
sure.
dive into a bit of it and then recap some alpha at the end or something. I don't know. I'm so off today. Was not a typical Monday for me. So let's just fucking keep her going. We'll get to
Oxen,
auction.
let's
Yep,
do it. Give him an old pin. Let's go.
you got it. Bad boy.
Oh yeah, I got it. Oh man. So this is another last week over from the 20th to the 26th. Just pinned right now. Another big looking bullish, pretty weak. Looking pretty bullish.
Yeah, I looked at a couple. I looked at a couple of the analysts' kind of weekly recaps, and I know that there was some new dApps that had influence on that, but still just crazy numbers.
So I mean,
Historically,
yeah,
you
I
can't
mean,
look at that and not giggle a little bit.
yeah, I was about to say like, okay, so hey, the first thing we'll just say here is over the last, from May 20th to May 26th, there was over 316 million transactions. What? Yeah, 316 million transactions, 395,000 new users.
I
Um,
thought that was in a week, man. I swear I saw that stat somewhere else.
yeah, the way it's framed by Aizen and now sharing this through Oxygen, I'm like, dang, like either way, we welcomed
Bullish
400,000 net new
indicator, but
people.
there was whether it was in the last week or the last 4 weeks, there's 400 more people here hanging out with us.
Just chilling, just chilling.
Uh,
Yeah, with 178,000 transfers, what does it say? Transferred into sexes? We're out of,
Yes,
yeah, I think that's,
into
yeah.
centralized exchanges and 63.5 million in bridge volume.
Jeez. Hot
So,
contracts being
dude,
Iconia Labs, Switchboard, and Pontum as far
yeah,
as hot smart contracts. Yeah.
I wanted to shout out Oxham because one thing I do like that's in his weekly reviews that we always talk about and go trying to find afterwards. 272 active contracts with 22
Mhm.
new ones added this week.
Yep. Yeah, dude.
People
This
are
the new
cooking,
smart
man.
contracts gotta. It's great to continue to see this, like as far as the new people deploying, developing on the chain. Like it's just so consistent, and it's so great to continue to monitor and share about, right? Because it's just people are keep building. That's it, right, dude? That is that I don't know. Just to make sure, I'm trying to like pull up one of our previous. Yeah, okay. So just to put in perspective for everyone that may have been like, wait, 316 million transactions in a week sounds kind of high. Okay, so you're definitely not wrong at all. Just for perspective, on May 20th, one of the last reports that we did for After Dark on pretty much episode 15. Take a wild guess, Sneezy, how many total transactions there was for that week leading up to episode 15. Just take a shot. If
Oh,
you
like 27 million?
12.6 million transactions the week
Yeah,
prior.
there you
Bro,
go.
what? What? We went from what? Dude, insane. So yeah, the past week we've had 316 million transactions. We added just a small 300 million transactions to a weekly, uh, basically NBD.
Yeah. So I guess that brings us to the question of the night, and I guess what everyone's here to figure out the answer to is the purpose of Web3 tech games, and is that have we reached end game? For anybody who doesn't know how to read my sarcasm, I'm bullshitting. Don't cancel me. Yeah,
Dude,
that's pretty crazy.
pretty crazy. We just
But
went
the
from 12.6 million on episode 15, and today we report 316. Just man.
oh,
So yeah,
dude, well, and that brings us into legitimately what is going to end up monopolizing a lot of tonight's time is the 3 day period that people were just tapping and tickling the heck out of that poor cat.
that
And
cat.
in in 3 days, well, there was the day that they broke the record, and then a crazy day leading up to it, and a crazy day after it.
All right, let's do this. I'm gonna start pinning like freaking crazy here. But the first one I'm
Yo,
pinning is
get
what
them.
you just said. Aptos hit a new milestone by recording 115.4 million transactions in a single day on May 25th, surpassing Solana, which previously was a record holder in a single day as far as transactions at 31.7 million. We basically almost 4x the previous record in a single day. Close to it. We'll just saying, from just pinning that one first because that's insane. Um, and to be honest, I'm pretty sure the day before on May 24th, we broke the record again. I'm gonna pin that one,
That was the
which
first time we broke the record. That was 95.6 in a day, right?
95.6 in a day. Bro.
And I saw a lot of smoke coming Aptos' way, people saying, oh, well, you're just doing that to prove the point. Like, those aren't transactions. It's like, no, those are legitimate on chain transactions run sequentially through across all over the world, sequentially on chain. Like,
On chain.
whether you like that they were derived from a tap game or not, is what it is. Yes, it is a test. Like, it is something designed to push the limits, but that is it's like
Dude,
you you
we
it's it's a big thing regardless. Like, don't take away from that just because you think a tap game is silly. It's bigger than that.
Oh, it doesn't matter what it is. You know, it's the end
They're
result that
on-chain transactions. And
it happened at
the
a
biggest
scale that
thing,
is by far the biggest ever in a single day without even a sweat. Without
not
even a
even close.
sweat. Oh
No,
my
but you know
gosh.
what the biggest thing is? I did not tap all that much,
I
but
autoed.
I was still actively contributing to transactions throughout that time, just taking part in DeFi, taking part in minting NFTs, trading NFTs. Do you know what I didn't notice while people were
What?
tapping and making 100 million transactions through a tap game?
Oh, I wonder.
Someone who was using the chain normally, I didn't notice any speed change, and I didn't notice any change in my gas fees.
None. Zero, dude.
That is
Absolutely
the
zero.
takeaway here.
And by the way, just to say here, we're gonna pin to the top. We pin to the top of what we're talking about here because the cat game isn't clear, right? Like no one knows about this cat game probably outside of Aptos, but like
Oh, yeah, geez.
Tapos
Good
was a
call.
cat. Tapos launched this thing on mainnet on May 22nd, and it's basically just a tap game called Tapos TAPOS cat. That's the handle, and you earn heart token by just tapping this cat, and you have the ability, and each single tap would be an on-chain transaction. They use their keyless system, so you could easily use this game and bring people on, and they even have the auto tap functionality as well. So it's like this. They made it as easy as it possibly was to just drive, I guess you'd say, taps, right? Like, and I think it just showed the sheer capabilities, like you said, Sneezy, like what's possible. Like I didn't have any experience issues across anything whatsoever. Just to go back to what you were saying before, I just want to make sure we touched on the Tapos, what the heck it was, and how the heck like we got to a point where it just drove such insane volume. But yeah, just to give like a little bit of context.
Yo, thank you for the context. I want to go do a Giga Brain. What's
Giga
going on,
brain.
Brent?
Oh, do you want to go to a Gigabrain or is it cool if I hop in here?
Yeah, no, that's what. Yeah, no, Brent. Brent thought it was
Back to you,
happening.
Brent.
Yo. First of all, I almost forgot about this because it was a day off work, but I'm so glad that I checked Twitter and got to see you guys. So I mean, there's so many things. Yeah, Mert was calling us out for, oh, it's just a cat tapping game. They are all actual real transactions. It is the equivalent of sending peer-to-peer transactions. So that sort of volume is like what you would expect if Aptos got picked up by like a stock exchange or so the yeah, that sort of criticism is kind of ridiculous. There is a chart. I'll have to find it. I'll send you guys the link, and you can share it via tweet. It's a public chart, but it's the transaction failure rate. And when Solana saw this kind of this transaction volume, their failure rate increased to like up to 80% at some point. And a lot of that is what the users are putting into the transaction that causes it to fail. So a lot of that indicates like the MEV transactions, and people are trying to put in these values that were based on a couple seconds ago or a couple split seconds ago. um, Aptos sustained 98 to 99% success rate. So that means that like across the ecosystem, people were unaffected. So you see the volume increase in my Petra wallet. I will be honest, I got up to like 1.6 seconds, and I was pretty pissed, which is just ridiculous that like you have this small increase or
That is
relatively large increase
egregious.
in volume and no
1.6 seconds?
1.6. Yeah, like it is negligible. So the heat we got from Solana, those are all just people that with huge Solana bags that don't want to see somebody else do what Solana has just done without the failures, because that's a huge difference. That's the difference between the future Aptos and Solana. So I don't know. It was very cool to watch all this happen. Yeah, everybody,
Brent,
dude, I was tapping hardcore.
I was tapping so hard, dude. Tapping so. Oh man, Sneezy, what are you doing with your hand up? Are you kidding me?
No. I was just gonna say, like, to me, that reaction says more about them than it does about Solana or their community. But I think that's a core difference. Like if Solana came out tomorrow and did something that was massive for the Web3 space, I think a lot of us would be talking about it, but I don't think we'd be talking about it negatively.
Agreed.
Like, what? Like, that's just, it's eye-opening the way when you see the industry kind of rear its head.
Yep.
Well, did you see the industry come around? Did you see Mert? I don't know if
Oh,
anybody follows Mert here, but Mert is
unfortunately.
Yep. It's been pinned.
Yeah,
awesome.
I'm already blocked by the egghead.
Nice, Denoshi. That dude, that is a badge of honor. But to have somebody like that come around and the way he phrased it, Aptos' new scalability tests are impressive. I think that's a good way to phrase it. Like it's showing that Aptos can scale. It's showing that like if somebody launches a game that it's ready for a ridiculous, hundreds of millions of transactions without any effect through the rest of the chain. Yeah, so it's kind of like it seems like a backhand right there, that the new scalability test, instead of saying like new transactions, but who cares? Like,
Dude, facts are facts. Facts are facts. Things happened. It was insane, and the fact that like everything like Sneezy was saying and you were saying, Brent, like it was going off as if like there was just another casual day. Like, you know what I mean? Like there was no lack of experience UX. I mean, I'm pretty sure if I don't want to get into any of these comparisons versus chains, to be frank, like because then it's just like we don't want to go to that route, but we easily could, as we alluded to, and it doesn't seem like that's where we want to go. But what I will say is like the fact that we just kind of did that casually, as like if we want to start pinning also like how we just kind of said like, oh, just casually holding and sustaining over 1500 TPS, and I bet you if no one was tweeting about this and no one was actually paying attention, no one would even known, because like we were just enjoying the chain as per usual, right? So it does kind of share, and I'm pretty sure we can also find a tweet where people are saying these kind of things. It's like you said, we're seeing just how fast the car can drive. In some sense, I think someone did tweet about this. I can't remember exactly who, Brent, but or if anyone remembers seeing this, but yes.
Josh Lind, Aptos Ape, tweeted about it. I tweeted back, vroom vroom, because yeah, man, we're letting the car drive, letting her out of the garage and seeing how fast she can go.
Exactly. And I mean, it's pretty awesome to see that this is just one of probably what's going to be a very fun future for Aptos, as we're just, I feel like, at the very beginning in some essence.
I saw a very interesting post. Again, I don't want to give too much time or energy to Mert, but he put a post out asking like what is actually going to be revolutionary on chain that doesn't exist currently. And people were putting out great ideas, and he was just like shutting it down because it's been done on Solana before. And I'm like, dude, just because it's been done doesn't mean it's been done well or in a way that can scale. Otherwise, people would actually be using it on the daily. And that's what we are working towards. Well, not me. Oh, I say we, like I mean the collective we, by like you all gigabrains, but like you're working towards something that will be able to facilitate these in real world to scale use cases, not in a Web3 format. Like you guys aren't scaling for best case scenario having a couple 100,000 people. You guys are scaling for millions of users.
Yeah, and I think like the stated goal and what our researchers are targeting is 1 million transactions per second without any issue, and that's where like the technology comes into play. So like a lot of these chains, that advertise themselves as crypto or whatever, I think blockchain technology is what the future is focused on, and that's where the researchers, the PhDs, and all those folks are. That's it's where they're focused. That's important. We did a preview net, which was a mainnet like environment without any of the weird stuff that you get in mainnet, and that was a 30,000 TPS sustained for 24 hours. So over 2 billion transactions in a 24-hour period, which is ungodly, and there was no issue. So that code is rolled out. So getting up to 2,500 or 3,000 or whatever the peak was during this, is just kind of the beginning. You think about what if there was like 100 different taposes that launch at the same time. You need
That's literally where my head's at.
Dude, that's exactly where my head goes to. Is this was all based off of one tap game? Like wait until
every
like,
single
it's
project has a
cooking,
tap
and
game.
yeah, not even tap games, man. Like Wait until we're
Well,
playing
you know what I mean.
Convival, and every round that we're firing off is an on-chain transaction. And there's,
Oh, for
but
sure.
you know, like, and all of this happening simultaneously. Well, on this at the same time on Ascend, you've got global financial RWA transactions going on chain.
Dude, I'm not
Like,
gonna lie, like this first phase here of just Tapos and like this being so seamless provides me such confidence of people building fully on-chain games that like it makes me as a gamer so freaking bullish. It's like the thing I've always been looking forward to and knew that it was always such a pain in the butt, especially coming from ETH. Like, you know, the on-chain games that like only like really one of them saw great success, and great success being defined as I guess being around still is Dark Forest. And shout out to those guys for being like really early adopters in the on-chain gaming. But like it really hasn't been done since then. And man, does this get me really excited where every single basically action for can be logged on chain and not ruin. And that like UX, that experience doesn't get diminished just because of like you having this middle ground here. Like, and the fact, I don't know about you guys, but I was able to air quotes here tap for like 0.5 apps. Like I don't even know how many times I tapped. Like it was like 1,000 plus taps. So like you're not only being able to play, just imagining this isn't a tap, but like using like in the actual game loop or a different type of game loop where it's not like a single function of a tap, but like you can do 1,000 actions for like literally nothing or thousands actions and potentially not even sweat about it. So like, I don't know. This just got me so excited. I'm not gonna lie. Like after this week, I was like, holy cow, on-chain gaming coming to Aptos, and I'm freaking bullish as hell about it.
yeah, one of the everything you said spot on, and that's one of the bullish things that excites me, and why I say people are going to be interacting on Aptos and not even realizing that they're interacting on Aptos is Proud Lions, for example. They're going to have Jungle Run. That's going to be all on chain, and it's all going to be powered by their own gas station. They're going to be covering the gas, so people are going to be on there playing seamlessly on chain transactions, not having to worry about transferring app to their game wallet, anything like that. And the gas fees being able to be adjusted and set at the rate they're at, it just makes all that possible.
But dude, even if they didn't have that where you're paying for gas fees, it just is so obvious now how little gas fees are when you're talking like I literally tapped 1,000 times and like it cost me nothing. Like that if you're an on-chain game, that's like 1,000 mechanics that could be done or actions that you are like doing and spending no money on. We're not saying it's no money, but like you know, it's very little consideration in the whole grand scheme of things, where that is just not possible on basically and like many other chains. Like you literally will be sweating a little bit if you tried to make Tapos on like another chain. Hypothetically here, when you're talking about the consideration of cost from gas solely.
Dude, it's a
Um,
big ask. If you're talking like ETH, it's a big ask to ask someone to approve a contract and then swap said token.
That's exactly what I'm getting to. That's exactly it.
Like,
But yeah,
if you're building there, everything has to be off chain, and then you're putting as few transactions as you can on the actual chain. If you're worried about
yep,
end user experience, at least.
exactly. Man, it is so exciting to see where
And
this is gonna go. I know,
shout
I
out to
know.
Brent and shout out to Petra Wallet.
Petra Wallet
Absolutely
making that
crushing it.
so smooth too.
Yeah, for spaces, for following projects, for following mints, staying up to date on everything in the ecosystem. Just so easy through a Petra Wallet.
Love
How do
it.
we feel about navy blue and soft red?
Soft cred.
Wow.
I don't
What a
understand the question.
I don't understand the question, but I will say, do we want to put a pin in this? Do we think we've covered the extent of basically what just happened over the past few days with and the severity of it on Aptos? I mean, as this is a pretty huge milestone, potentially one of many to come. I
Yo,
don't
can I
know.
give a
It'll,
take on that? Like, I think a lot of people still don't understand what just happened because um it's a tap game. and people don't look at the application that's possible with the tech that they just developed. So imagine, for me, this is how I see things. Imagine like playing Counter Strike, and um, every shot that you take will be recorded on chain, and that's a big thing, especially for like competitive games or for competitive like matches, like the because as we progress, there the reason why we use technology is to get more things accurate and precise. Like before, we don't even give a shit about the decimals. Now we count every fucking decimal possible, and yeah, I think that will give a lot of like accuracy to whatever gets recorded. And also, like, it gives a fun element. Can you imagine you have to buy your bullets with like APT, and if you have no money,
Yo,
you have no
finally
rounds.
coming back to Chris Rock. Finally coming back to Chris Rock and his gun theory. Make guns free. Charge people a lot of money for bullets.
Yeah, yeah, it could pump APT, bro.
I mean, that's exactly it though. It truly is exactly that, where you now see what's possible, right? Like this is just a simple mechanic, right? Like the tapping situation, but it just shows what is feasible if you're extending, your lens of what you want to achieve and do with, well, truly on-chain gaming. And the bullet example is a great one, right? Like, if you're shooting 30 bullets per second or something like that, you can handle that with an entirely on-chain mechanic, which is kind of wild to consider. As obviously that is not something you probably as a game designer would be thinking about, but it is now something that can be in the realm of consideration and no longer something crazy. And I mean, imagine if you're not doing an FPS and it's just like, for example, like a MOBA or and every single lane, kill or minion kill is on chain. Like every shot on, that's in your lane by your heroes on chain. Like, we're not the speed as a shooter, but you are still in the realm of something that does require some speed element or like some type of repetitive actions that it is 100% achievable without even a thought now. And it's all concurrent and parallel and also on chain without a doubt. I don't know. This is, again, the mechanic of the tapping thing is just a simple demonstration of what's actually feasible now to get excited about in the future.
Yeah, because like Aptos made it ready for you. Now it's your move. Like the Web3 side of things is done. It's just kind of waiting for the Web2 side of things.
Dude, I'm so excited about whoever's building games. I mean, man, games on Aptos are going to be a lot of fun, I think, and some things that potentially have never been done or seen before from a technical perspective with like on-chain gaming. So
Personally, I've stopped investing in games, but like if things progress like a lot faster, bro, I might just pick it up again.
yeah,
No, dude, I honestly, I've said this to Noshi's been hearing me say it for a while. A person's been hearing me say it for a while. Like, I'm down for mobile games. If you have a mobile Web3 game, you will get me to at least check it out. But I've been waiting for something like Convival. That's got me excited. I signed up for their early access, like the beta test or whatever. Like, I'm
oh,
excited to play that game.
let's talk about Convival. I mean,
Yeah, I was gonna
dude,
say, what is that? I don't even know what that is.
I don't know what
Bruh,
that
let's
is.
yes, you
let's jump
do.
into
We'll
this. Let
we'll
me
whip
let me
pin
let
it.
me
We'll pin it to the
yeah,
top. I pinned. We'll come back to Renegades after, but I do
yeah,
want to
for
come back
sure.
to that because that ties into transactions on chain and just cool
Let's
mechanic.
jump back into Convival. I'm down sticking on gaming for a little bit. I mean, this is usually towards the
Hell
end of the
yeah.
show, but let's keep pumping it. I mean,
Yeah, I just want to say, one day, boys, I want to make a game. Not like a 3D crazy game, but like a simple pixel game. It'd be fun.
I can make
the
one
world
of
is your
you.
oyster.
Got to learn from the goats first.
All right, so Convival is a shooter game coming in at AAA level for sure. They are coming in with like a really high quality 3D graphics. They for sure have had a lot of like showcasing of their game so far. So I think we pinned two tweets with their first phase and their opt-in for private testing on phase one. So if anyone is curious, there's going to be a tweet in the show notes to talk about like how and where to sign up for that. They're doing private testing now with phase one. But about the game, I guess um, it is a shooter, like an arcade style game, or not arcade style game. I'm sorry, like a realism type like shooter game. It seems. Yeah,
Is
and they got
exactly what I said. I was waiting for someone to bring to Aptos.
yeah, it gives you a lot of like Call of Duty vibes, you know, when you're
Yep.
watching these, and that's I
Call of
think what
Duty, like
literally exactly what you said,
Counter-Strike,
dude.
Battlefield, like anything like that. Give me a gun
High
and let me run around
quality,
shooting people.
high fidelity, high quality graphics, like great environments and good like shooter mechanics. Like this is yeah, a lot to be excited for for sure.
And it
Also,
doesn't just look like a copy-paste, like generic game. That's I think what has me excited. Like I've seen a lot of projects say that they're going to launch a game and it's going to be a first-person shooter, but it's like a clunky 1996 Unreal Tournament style on Unreal Engine game. This, yeah,
it's looking really solid. Let's just say that.
yeah, like it. You watch the previews and just what I've been waiting for as someone that just it needs to be good for me to play it. I'm not going to partake like you will partake just to partake in the games because you're a gaming nerd.
That
I'm
is true.
yeah, and it's dude, power to you. I buy so many NFTs because that's what I do. Like we all have our things.
Yep. I mean, it's looking solid. And the other thing, just to note before we pivot into one other thing around gaming, you know, I guess
Mm-hmm.
as is
Shout out to the
is
homies.
that is during their announcement for the private like phase or play phase, private testing phase. Sorry, I just messed up a bunch of words there for Convival. They also said that all testers that get into their sign up in private testing phase will receive a Convival WFP NFT, which is convertible to money sign CBL tokens at their token generation event. So um, I will say this is kind of like a double leak here in some essence. I don't know if they've talked about like a token and a token generation event before. I maybe missed that. I don't know. Did you know that? I didn't know that. When I read that, I was like, oh wow, this is also new, which I didn't realize. That there was going to be like a part of a token there. Did I miss that, or did you know that I was?
I
Did
don't
you already
think
know
it
that?
was. I don't think it was announced anywhere. But when I saw the quality of the game and saw that, I was not surprised.
So yeah, I mean, sign up for private testing. See if you guys get in. I mean, I don't know. You're gonna get some rewards. They're gonna have a token generation event, and CVL is their token that they're gonna be. It looks like creating, which is more than likely going to be part of their game ecosystem. If I had to take a wild shot in the dark, there, no.
That's why I say I wasn't surprised with the token. I figured there would be some kind of in-game. Again, don't know anything about the token, but
Nothing about it. But yeah, and one thing
logical speculation would be that it will have a place in game.
also just one thing to note here is these guys I feel like took a really cool approach, and they took the opposite approach in many other gaming studios, which is first token then gameplay. Um, they're actually doing the inverse of what I think is normal in Web3 gaming, which is first you see token generation event, then you see some type of game mechanics or gameplay in general. Like you might just see like marketing videos. These guys are starting with private testing and then saying, oh, by the way, we have like a game or we have a token. So like that's worthy to celebrate a little bit. So I hope more like high quality studios like this take a similar approach rather than just like first like token, then yeah.
Bullish on any bullish on anything in this space, be it a DeFi protocol, an NFT project, a token, meme token, game. Bullish on anybody that delivers before, or not even delivers before, but is ready to deliver at mint or at token generation, or has a product ready for market. I know that it, and you're not wrong that that is not the norm, but that should be the norm.
Well, at the very least, be there building, right? Like, you know,
Dude,
that maybe that's maybe
one
the
of my
minimum,
biggest
right? Like,
that's one of my biggest pet peeves is just it's not a secret sauce. Like it's really not a secret. Like before you come and ask people for something, present them what you're actually offering as a value add. so many people come out of nowhere and it's just like, hey, give me this and I will provide a value add. And it's like, I don't think that's the way. I think those projects have a hard time, and it's not a surprise that they have a hard time. Like I said, it's not a secret recipe. Like, dude, we talk about it all the time. Doesn't matter
Yep.
what you're doing. The biggest value add you can add to whatever you're doing is being consistent and
Just
just
show
being
up.
present. Yep.
Just show up. So, I mean, these guys showed up and they showed up with not just showing up because they're also consistent in showing up, but they have a game. So they have a team. However they're doing it, and then they're going to market. So I 100% agree. Show up, and that is in some essence building, and being consistent, like you said. So I don't know. Good, very good
Bro,
points.
that's so 4 of the mints that I'm most excited about coming up in the short to medium future, because I know there's a bunch that don't have mint dates announced, but it's Pixel Pirates,
143.
Pixel Bits, Uber Republic coming with the Grimbles finally, hopefully, maybe someday. If he finally, I'm just kidding, BPL Murky. And Loonies, because do you know who I see multiple times a day on my timeline, in spaces all over the ecosystem, is the founders of those projects. And it's the same, like, honestly, like, it's meme tokens. The ones that I personally am excited about are the ones where I see the people every day. They're active in their communities, they're active in their telegrams. Like, Batman's killing it, Rue's killing it, FOMO's killing it. Yeah, also talking about adding transactions to the chain. Shout out to FOMO and his donut game coming.
Bro, can't wait for it.
Who am I? I'm missing people. I'm missing people. But Gooey, Shrimp.
Pixel Pirates.
I said Pixel Pirates and NFTs. You're not a meme
Oh
button.
shit. Oh shit. I definitely thought we were just talking about. I definitely
Wait,
missed
hold
it.
on.
I'm
Is that a
sorry.
little bit of alpha? Is that a little bit of alpha?
No, no,
Treasure
no,
token?
no, no,
Did we just
no,
get
no, no,
treasure
no,
token alpha live in
no,
space, recorded
get
face
out of
on
here.
YouTube?
Hell no.
Pixel Pirates Alpha at 8:27 p.m. 8:27.
Yo, if anybody's gonna clip that.
Hell no. Hell no. Oh my gosh. Okay, Undying City. Here we go.
I want a pirate ship so bad.
I'll be
Oh my
expecting to
gosh.
see that in the wrap up tweet.
No, dude, I'm gonna make a tweet just to put it in the wrap up.
Oh my gosh, you guys are killing me right now. No, no. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, what up,
Yep.
Becker?
Yo, I just want to say, um, yeah, I agree with Sneezy. We see a lot of like projects and like meme tokens active on our timeline, and especially like the founders, and they're not scared to engage with tweets, DMs, and yeah, I guess one of the things I hate are snobs. I mean, I guess there's a fine line between being professional and being a total snob because when some projects they pique my interest and I would slide into their DMs and get me curious and they would, you know, not give details, be very like cryptic about it. But I think if you're building a community project, I don't think that's how you want to start off.
Oh yeah, it's one thing to be an established project and have something cooking that you're keeping under wraps. It's something very different to be a brand new project who nobody knows and just being cryptic as fuck and not giving any details as to what you're building or what you plan on doing. Yes, I agree. Those are 2 very different things and not a good strategy for a new project. Fuck, what do I
Oh,
know? I've never launched a project.
like Sneezy didn't mention Aptos, but yeah, I'm actually launching a project called Aptos in 2043. I'm making
Yeah,
a
well,
new like social
I
for
have a
it.
couple weeks to get to your whitelist giveaways, bro.
Yo, like, bro, it's funny. Like, half the people I meet, like the past few weeks, they don't know that I'm gonna be running a project because of all the shit posts in my page.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, definitely. Absolutely bullish on Aptosaurus.
But
I
that's
just I
that's
just
one
don't
thing
know
that I
if that
love.
falls into the time range I gave of the next like 3 to 6 months.
Hey, time flies.
Yeah, it'll be 2034 before we know it.
But yeah, like I swear to God, like bullish on the founders of Aptos projects. Like one good example is Denoshi. You would see him shitting on you in your DMs in your timeline, and yeah, like it's just having fun. It's the vibes, I guess.
No. There is an amazing amount of the OG, like, and I'm using air quotes when I say OG because I think that there's a lot of new projects that fall under the OG category still. But I mean, like, the time-wise OG, like the projects that are still relevant from the early days on Aptos, it's insane to me how accessible those founders are. I'm talking about Denoshi, I'm talking about uh, Cheaton, Fisher, Smith, and I'm going to piss people off because I'm forgetting people, but like implicitly those ones, like not wanting to keep it all to themselves. It's that cup overflow mentality. Like they get
Abundance, baby.
support from everybody, so they want to pour it down to the projects around them. And you see that with the collaborations. And if you're a new project coming to Aptos, I think just about everybody's going to point you to the Monkeys, Robos, Mingos, and Mavs teams.
1000%. I know that's what happened for me with Pirates. It's been pretty awesome to see what's the openness of lines of communication and for new projects like Pixel Pirates.
Yeah, can we take before we're gonna jump back to Renegades?
Wait,
But
Undying City.
okay, yeah, hit Undying City. Then I got a little random tangent to go on, and then I really do want to dive into liquid NFTs and that whole
Yeah, because that was definitely something
recap.
that was epic over the past week. So Undying City finished their game. They had a tournament running that they had a GUI partnership. I think we talked about in episode 15. It has now been concluded, and those guys seem like they went off without a hitch as far as people competing and the whitelist that they're going to be giving out for their upcoming mint. So good stuff for the homie Mud and Undying City continuing to push it, having people compete in that leaderboard. Um, yeah, so good stuff for those guys as they keep pushing what's possible in mobile gaming and Web3. That's it.
I finally got my app updated and spent some time gaming. I did not finish anywhere high on the leaderboard, but the the advancements they've made in just about every aspect of the game since I guess it's been probably a week, maybe two since I played, was insane.
Dude,
It's
they're
like
cooking.
playing a different game, and not just in terms of difficulty, like just everything seems smoother. There was a lot more options in the game, and I know they're still dealing with the one level, but just makes me excited if this is what they're doing with advancements just to refine level one. I can't wait to see what they're cooking in parallel with the multiple new levels coming.
Absolutely, dude. They've changed so many game mechanics, and it's good to just see a team just iterating, right? They're getting feedback. You see them in their Discord. They're doing the things, right? Collecting feedback, iterating, making things up, like updating, moving. It's yeah, it's really cool to see. So love to touch on them because they're one of the like the teams that are building gaming that are live right now that you can play on Google Play Store, Undying City. Yeah, we'll have the in the show notes too. But Web3 gaming, boy, am I excited about this being a
You
topic of
guys should
discussion.
you guys should start casting like Web3 games. Since like Undying City's doing an event.
Yeah, I'm not even joking. Like, you guys, I'm scared of what's going to happen when I start playing Convival. Like, this is part of the reason why I don't game, is because if I get into that game, I'm going to get into that game. Atreyu, to
Dude, I
answer
mean,
the question, no, that wasn't what I was going to do, but we can. I think that might be a nice tie into after I go on the tangent.
Okay, let's hit it then. I mean, yeah, man, don't even get me started, broke Pecker. I am. Yeah, we'll leave the streaming and on all that stuff. There's I think we'll tie in at a later date. You never know.
Oh, that's gonna tie into
Yep,
what we
yep,
were
yep, yep,
talking
yep,
about.
yep.
Like it all ties, dude. It ties like it brings everything fucking together.
Aptos game night.
Yo, hey Pecker, y'all ready? Okay, we're doing this. The tangent I wanted to go on is I just wanted to shout out the amazing people in this space and the people that are finding their voice and like Julie, Serene, watching you guys grow with your space. And that's been, you guys are going into what, week 3 or week 4? And you guys, it's just awesome to see that space grow, the audience grow, the diverse amount of people you have coming up to talk to you guys grow. It just super bullish on this community. And I also want to shout out Dr. Wulon, who hosted his first space today. I know he has his planned recorded space. I believe it's tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. EST. I will find a tweet and pin that. But taking the community and the vibes to the Chinese community. And I just, it makes me so bullish seeing people in the community finding their voice. Because a couple weeks ago, we had some people in the space talking about like, oh, Aptos needs influencers, blah, 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 blah. I don't think so. I think we just need to empower the people in the community and just grow this space. Um, yeah, sorry, that's my tangent. I just wanted to shout out to everybody, and if anybody wants to get into doing spaces or anything like that, like let us know. Let's figure it out. Like, okay, geez, how do we transition this into?
Well, speaking of ways to bring people together to make like Aptos overall a better, healthier, and just like collaborative community full of amazing builders that are interested in the space that people want to support and see everyone flourish in a very abundance mindset, maybe we can talk about what we're going to be kind of tackling in the coming, period of time here and slowly building already. I don't know, Sneezy, what do you think about that?
Do we tell them about Freehand Media? Do we finally tell them about
What?
what we're building?
I think it is time to mention that. I don't know. I think this is actually the perfect tie-in potentially of what exactly you just said into what we are currently building.
All right, we basically want to extend what we're doing into a larger format, larger scale content. We're building out a Discord currently. We're hoping that a lot of the projects from all over the ecosystem are going to see what we're doing and kind of opt in to help. In the interim, it's going to be us basically creating a Discord for everybody in the Aptos ecosystem to come and get updates on everything in the Aptos ecosystem. One-stop shopping. We're looking to help push and promote as many builders in the space, again, whether that's DeFi, NFTs, memes, basically just making this ecosystem more accessible for people. And I know all you guys are already everywhere, and that's why I hope that you guys are going to see what we're doing and take part in it. But yeah, that's what we're doing. And just empowering
Very,
the community, like Julian Serene, basically trying to build something that will help us better help you. And same with Dr. Wulon, and same with anybody else, a person, anybody that wants to be making Aptos spaces, anybody that's building anything in this space. Basically, yeah, an extension of what we've tried to do with Aptos After Dark, only bigger than just Monday nights, 7:30 till 9:30.
So are we gonna have
and
spaces 24/7?
And I will say, but one second, Becker, before we will be also just to like second everything Sneezy just said there. You know, we're the Discord that's being built now. We're like the one-stop shop thing is something we came and got some feedback from on what was it, a Wednesday space, right, Sneezy, where we recognized that this is something that was a need from how do I say this, the community, but also those that are exploring the Aptos seas right now that aren't really sure where where to kind of go and get information aside from Aptos After Dark in an easy format that maybe they didn't want to like listen to a 2 hour podcast or something like that. So more so also collectively in like an on like potentially not real time, but like more consistent, easy and only around Aptos exclusively in a format that's not just specifically audio in a 1 week period. So the Discord is gonna, I think, hopefully fill that need. That's kind of the target as well, right? Like where we're bringing in a place where if anyone wants to explore the Aptos ecosystem, coming into Freehand Media's Discord will end up being that place where they're gonna learn about the ecosystem just by being in there, and hoping that we have a bunch of people like us that are already in there looking to help on board and welcome those that are exploring Aptos in that regard, right? Whether it's like helping them set up a Petro wallet and what that looks like, or if there's any questions about certain things when it comes to, best communities where a person can jump in, best content where Sneezy and I could potentially jump in, or point people around if they're looking for art, maybe Julian Serene and Broke Pecker here, or maybe gaming where Mud or myself can like help people just understand the ecosystem, and we can kind of continue to help share and I guess you could say, yeah, on board and help and also create a central place for people in the ecosystem to kind of communicate and hang out. But sorry, that's a long rant, and yeah, I don't know. It feels like I just wanted to put the bow on the what you kind of said there, Sneezy.
The way I envision this working out is it's going to be us putting in a fair bit of work, pretty much the same stuff we're already doing now, only focusing it towards a central energy. My goal is to have projects see value in what we're doing and chip in even a little bit. And that will not only go to improving the Discord space, it'll go into improving our content, it'll go into improving Julie and Serene's content, it'll go into improving everybody who wants to do anything based around this space. We're going to be doing it anyways. I hope that some of the founders see value and want to contribute. And that's just, yeah, it's going to be something for the community. For
And I guess
everybody here. And like, we've already talked to some people, like there are partnerships in place for content. Like I've talked to Pecker about, I know he's got stuff going on behind the scenes with trying to onboard artists and have a hub for the artists. We want to house that there. If you're looking to grow community, we want to foster any of that building.
like helping incubate and grow in a very positive way.
To paraphrase the instance you're talking about when Optimus was in here, who, not that it matters, but he runs the blockchain club at Waterloo University, which is a very prestigious Web3 university. A lot of great minds in this space have funneled through there. And this really took grasp, and we really decided to do something about this when his feedback was literally this was what was missing from Aptos. He had gone to the Aptos server. That's a very prim and proper place. You have to mind your P's and Q's. Ideally, this will end up being the Aptos community hub. Like if you're coming to Aptos, you come here. You join the Aptos server and you join the Freehand Media server. You get all your prim proper stuff from Aptos and you find your home and communities through this Discord and these spaces. And right now we have a handful of creators that are getting into spaces. I'm hoping that number goes up. I'm hoping that people see what Dr. Wulan's doing and get inspired by that and want to create a space for their regional community, because it's great to have these formal communities. It's also awesome to have the informal communities.
So freaking excited about this and what's about to, I mean, what's already happening basically, and what's about to continue happening now. And I think just a additional, even more beneficial way to the Aptos community. So anyway, very exciting. Freehand Media.
It's good to finally hear it out loud instead of just on text are in, a back Telegram. I love you guys. I'm excited for Freehand Media, not only because it gives all of us an opportunity to keep on doing what we're doing because we love to do it, but it also gives an opportunity for others to, like you said, find their voice, be connected, find communities, just be part of this ecosystem. It's absolutely amazing. I was honored to hear about Freehand Media a little bit ago. Excited to see what's building. Like you said, it's a lot of the same things that we already do, but just bringing on some more people and some more different minds, as you would say, and just giving back to Aptos the best way that we know how, and that is by connecting everybody and helping everybody in the central hub. So awesome. If you're in the room and you haven't followed these guys up here, do so. Follow their YouTube channel. Make sure you like, subscribe, share their stuff. They have a lot of shorts that come out every week as well. Share those as well. It's what we can do to help each other grow this. Freehand Media is going to be taking over Aptos.
Yep. Can I? And I'm not just blowing smoke here. Like this was just an impromptu space that Dr. Wulon held today. It made my heart so happy seeing so many familiar faces from the Asian community that I interact with every day on my timeline, liking their posts, they like my posts, and I see them occasionally hop in spaces. But when Dr. Wulon opened that space, they weren't just in there listening. Just about every single one of them was up talking in the speaker's box. And that just made my heart so fucking happy. Like that there is so much need and purpose for spaces like these and like what Julie and Serene are doing. And like I said, man, I just want the more people we can get putting content out and building this community out, the better. Yeah, what up, Packer?
Oh yeah, I just wanted to follow up on that. Like last night, they were going deep balls on like D5, bro, and that was like the pregame. But yeah, I have a question too for you and Atreyu. Like, uh, is there a way you guys can upload those shorts here in Twitter?
Upload the shorts to Twitter.
Yeah, from YouTube. I mean,
Yeah.
I think, yeah, I think that would be nice to have it here.
I mean,
That might be something smart for Freehand Media to start doing, the Twitter account.
I mean, they're on YouTube, so we can just share the URL, and then it's going to be embedded in Twitter that you can just hit the play button, if that's what you're talking about, Bro Pecker. But as far as like uploading the content onto Twitter, maybe.
Yeah, because I'm like one of
even
those.
that would be cool. Even just having the URL links so that people could interact with the short.
Yeah, because you can still watch it, I think, just by hitting the play button. But I don't know, but we could, yeah, that's a maybe. Do you find interacting on X more common for you, Bro Pecker?
Yeah, I think to a lot of like people in like Web3, they spend more time in Twitter. So no, it's just a thought that because most of the time when I have some free time in between of what I'm doing, I usually go to Twitter and I scroll through like the to my feed, and I personally don't like clicking external links because it will open another window, and that's just how lazy I am.
Okay. Yeah, got it. Yeah, it makes a ton of sense. I mean, at the same time, we don't even share those on X at all. Even the links, Sneezy. We maybe can start at least starting that and
Yeah,
seeing how
when
that
he's
goes.
talking about it, that's why I'm saying like that would be a brilliant thing to have the Freehand Media account start posting out on
Yeah,
top of starting
yeah.
to engage. Dude, I didn't want to start following a bunch of people on X with that account until we had talked about it, but like game on now.
Game on. Episode 16. Freehand Media is out there in the world. So go ahead and drop us a follow if you want. Freehand Media _ is the handle.
They're down in the listeners box. They just have an F as the profile picture for the time being. You know who you are, and I still need to get you points of reference, and I'm sorry.
You wanna come up and speak, Freehand Media?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they're still nervous. I still have the heebie-jeebies about spaces, bro.
Wonder if they sound like one of you two guys.
Yeah, I bet they sound like a Canadian with an attitude.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what we need for freehand media. No, but awesome. That is cool. I can't wait to see what kind of PFP freehand media gets. I absolutely love the idea. I hope they're in all the spaces. I hope they're hitting all the recorded spaces. I hope we get to see freehand media everywhere, so other people can see freehand media.
Are you sure that's not Dima's out?
Yes.
I am quite excited that we finally are talking about this. Wow. Freaking.
When I heard him say it, I thought he slipped up for a second. I was like,
The
no.
weight that's off my chest, being able to
Yeah.
talk about it.
Freehand media. Wow. It's super exciting. So you might see that account come up and hanging out on Aptos After Dark and Aptos Tonight and all the, pretty much talking about community, like pretty much everything we're pretty much doing right now.
I
I'm
would love
pretty
to
sure.
have him co-hosting. At least the empty spot that's a co-host on my spaces on Tuesdays and Thursdays because it's just me and Sneezy. But we have a guaranteed spot for a freehand media co-host if it would like to co-host on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Give him a nice spot.
Yeah.
Listen people click, listen people like, listen people follow, listen people share, listen people be aware.
Well, Sneezy, do you want to jump back to Renegades? I mean, do we want to talk about anything else when it comes to the freehand media? Anything else we should be announcing right now?
Oh my god. Yep. See, this is the problem.
Yep.
Now you let the cat out of the bag, you got to try to keep it close to the bag. You can put it back in.
All right.
Now, I gotta connect freehand media to a set of headphones or something so that it doesn't go on speakerphone because it won't turn the volume off if I have it as co-host.
There you go. We're
Now I'm
learning
getting mad
on
feedback.
in real time.
But thanks for taking the journey with us.
Episode
We don't know what you're
16.
doing either.
Episode 16. Here we go.
By 17, hopefully we'll have a PFP on that bad boy and figure out how to co-host him.
One step at a time, A-person. One step at a time.
Hey, we got 7 days. We'll be all right.
Renegades, let's do it. Liquid NFTs. Let's make the best pivot into what was also incredibly exciting over the past 7 days.
That was very exciting. There was several exciting aspects of that to me. One was the fact that 2 to 3 Aptos NFTs minted out in a matter of minutes. You had the 24-hour pre-sale for the seed stakers. The pre-sale for NFT holders sold out in 30 seconds, and I think public lasted, 25 minutes? Around there.
And you went through the entire flow, right? Like you went and did the entire experience around the end, right? Do you want to talk about that? I mean, because the stats are freaking insane. So like, because you went through it, so you want to chime in on or chat about like how that experience was? Because I unfortunately missed it. And I'm a little upset about it. I'm not gonna lie.
For me, everything was awesome. I missed the whitelist went fast, so I wasn't able to get on that, which is what it is. It's fine. That's Web3. You don't get everything you want all the time. But I took part in the seed stake whitelist on Harborgate. That was seamless. I was able to go on, select my rank, my tier based on how many seeds I had staked. Paid, transaction done. Missed the whitelist 24 hours later, but was able to get a couple more on public. That minted out, and then we were able to go to, well, you could either go to Liquid Swap and exchange Arena on a DEX because it's a token, or you can go to the Renegades website and exchange Arena tokens for a Renegades NFT. And then if DEXs aren't your thing and you just want to get it as an NFT, you can go to Waffle, Tradeport, go to the Renegades collection, pick one you like, and buy it there.
Dude, that is super cool.
Yeah, we were talking about it on Wednesday. You can trade the NFTs back into the token.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah, that makes a lot of
it's a
sense.
0.1, yeah, it's a 0.1 APT transaction fee to trade from Rena to a Renegade and vice versa. But yeah, like there was one dude, he got some pretty good ranks, but he spent 5 Aptos trading in the same NFTs.
Oh wow! So he just kept grinding.
Yep.
That's cool. Yeah. So it's that the liquid NFT is like in some essence like yeah, you can keep going back and forth as you so choose. And the experience was smooth with Harbor Gate. So
No,
everything
bullish
seemed
on Harborgate and bullish on, I didn't realize this, but the Renegades team, I guess, is looking to expand on liquid NFTs. So if
oh
you're
really?
thinking of doing that, hit them up. Yeah, the pin, where'd it go? I pinned a tweet at one point. Oh yeah, way before.
Yep. Way before. I was gonna actually we could reorganize it if you want, but it's
It's okay. I'll get it at the end.
okay.
But they're accepting proposals. If you want to build a liquid NFT on Aptos, they're there to help.
That is awesome. That is freaking awesome, dude. Seriously. Just the
And
fact that this is a thing that they're willing to just like help others launch. I
dude,
don't know.
everybody's dropping stuff that they're willing to share with other people, and it makes me so bullish. Like, who were we talking to the other day? It'll come back to me. We'll circle back. But just more and more projects coming to market with products like the staking platform and like the toy machine that are going to be accessible to multiple projects.
Dude, I love how this is like this is a thing on Aptos. Just like everyone's just trying to build tools for everybody to use, like pretty much just other projects and whatnot. So it's great to see the extension of Renegades and what they're doing, and the fact that they're gonna follow that trend. It's awesome.
Bullish as fuck.
I'm wondering how many, and if anyone in the audience ended up getting a chance to engage, or Broke Pecker, did you get a chance to engage on the Renegades or a person? You guys are on stage at least.
I tried. I was late, and then I claimed my coin. My coin, like my 0.5 or whatever it was. I didn't have enough to get to mint one, basically, so I missed it. I'm looking for
Ah, shoot.
one on secondary that catches my eye because I definitely want to pick one up. But yeah, I missed it. I was slacking. I was busy doing like real like work or whatever, so I missed it.
I have the same exact experience. Totally missed it, and I'm very upset about it. Broke Pecker, did you also miss it? Unfortunately.
Yeah, I missed it. I got like 1 APT worth of like Rena, and I didn't know where to go from there.
Okay.
Ah, okay.
Well, so
Yeah, I
if
thought
you
like that
guys
was gonna
have,
be it.
so if both of you guys have fractions of Arena token, you can go to Quantum Liquid Swap and either purchase the remaining Arena you need to make a token, or you can sell the Arena that you have and put that towards procuring the one you want on secondary. You don't need to just sit there with whatever 1 Aptos worth in your wallet. You could either change it back to Aptos or put more Aptos in and get Arena.
Wait, you can still do that now?
Yeah, dude, that's the whole point of it. Like the Arena token is live on Liquid Swap.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
that
you can
that's
still.
what Sneezy kind of confirmed.
What happens to the Renegade that gets traded on Rena?
So basically, every time you trade Arena token for a Renegade NFT, you're getting a random mint out of whatever NFTs are in the NFT pool at that time.
So you're basically throwing the Renegade back to the pool. Is that what it is?
Wait, what?
No, because you said you're gonna swap your arena for, like, say I already have a renegade, and I would swap it with the arena. Where does my renegade go?
back into the pool.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So then if I had a Rena token and I went to go mint and trade it for a renegade, assuming you've already put yours back into the pool, I could immediately mint the one that you just traded back in for arena or any other one in the pool currently.
Is 3 Aptos equivalent to mint right now, right?
Yeah, whitelist would have been 2 and public would have been 3.
Oh, gotcha.
So yeah, it's pretty interesting, right? Because again, it makes sense that like you may have had a slightly disjointed experience, as this is a brand new minting mechanism that pretty much is this is the first of its kind, at least specifically for sure on Aptos. But like it's not like a really like you just understand immediately what's going on. So yeah, I mean these are all valid questions, and I'm sure a lot of people are thinking the exact same thing. So to be frank, Berkbecker, like thanks for asking them, and hopefully that helps anyone else that is also like trying to understand the whole system that's happening right now, as it is a brand new mechanism for minting and trading and NFTs in general. That like you could kind of go from a token that is not an NFT to an NFT and vice versa. And so it's not like a super common thing. But yeah, it's exciting that it exists, and it's exciting that renegades are willing to help other projects that want to do this, so that maybe it does become more of a standard and natural experience that people then can choose between when it comes to either an NFT project that is building or thinking about launching. And now, like for us as users and consumers and enjoyers of that plus chain, like we now can learn, and this might just be more of a thing that we're just gonna eventually just it's gonna be second nature, just like a regular NFT experience is today. So yeah, solid questions and makes sense. We're all learning on the fly a bit here.
Hell yeah. And yeah, my big takeaway is don't be frustrated if you're sitting on a fraction of arena. It's not just because you didn't get a full arena at mint, you still have options and you're not stuck with whatever you did put into it.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting play because, again, I don't think the arena token would just be for the renegades. Are they doing something else with that?
See, that's kind of the interesting thing is they can, but they also don't necessarily need to if they provide utility for the NFT.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean? And again, pure speculation, but you look at the team that's behind it being Zapdos and Town Square. Who knows? Who knows on the token side or the NFT side where that could go in future. I did want to shout out Zapdos though because I'm pretty sure that the Zapdos team was behind the art on this, and before they minted, I didn't realize how much I was gonna love them. Like, there's so many like homages to Dragon Ball Z. I'm in love with them.
I also think they look good. I now have one arena. I'm gonna try to figure out where I go next to swap it
Yo, hold
for
on. There's a
one of
tweet I
these.
can pin to the top that has all the links. Everybody would need to get involved.
Well, there you go.
Let me
That
post
sounds
that.
fantastic. What a
I think
great
I I
time.
think I think I did actually pin it already, Sneezy, by
Oh, did
JC.
you? Okay.
So it's pretty sure it's up there. I'm not sure if that's the one you were thinking of, but there is the Renegades that build. If that's the place that you go to, I don't know
Yes.
if that
Yep.
is though, but I
Yep.
believe it is.
Not the one I
So
was going
J,
for, but that has all the info.
yep, got
Let's
the
go.
steps, got the reshuffling, got all the things. So thanks for JC and Town Square putting that all together, making it super easy. Um, but yeah, man, NFTs cooking. A lot of fun stuff that is happening. That's it. Very excited to see
Did you
where
want
they
to
go and where they
talk
take it.
wild speculation for a second?
Sure. I mean, why not?
The Amnes NFTs.
Ooh, yeah, let's do that.
I'm gonna get a pin to the top.
Dude,
The
Draconian, let's
Draconian.
go. Yep. Yep.
So far, all we know is it's an NFT being dropped by Amnes Finance. There's been no even hints at utility. But I mean, everybody staking right now is doing so for retroactive points. Again, wild speculation, but one might conclude that maybe an NFT by the same project may also tie into same retroactive points in some capacity.
In some capacity, maybe.
Potentially.
Again,
Wild speculation, but
definitely wild speculation. Love to see it. I mean, Amnes is like they're just it's an awesome protocol, and
crushing it.
they're
Absolutely crushing it. Like
his art is sick, by the way.
oh yeah, shout out to Ice Blue.
Just so sick.
Blackwood specifically. And also shout out Mooncast DAO.
Yep. Open source protocol, amazing, right?
God, yeah, no, but back to like Amnes is legit crushing it. Like I've seen liquid staking on other chains, and Amnes is just doing it right. And you look at the partners, like there is use case to holding their liquid staking tokens. In just about every DeFi ecosystem on Aptos at this point.
Yep.
You can go to
And
Pancake, you can go to Liquid Swap, you can go to Solana, you can go to Panora, everywhere.
they for sure made it like I feel like everyone in the Aptos is slightly spoiled. Well, just how incredible and easy they're making it look, right? Like what you just said, and the availability of everything. It is definitely worth celebrating.
Yeah, what up, Becker?
Yo, Atreyu, how far are we from Pirates Mint?
When mint, I think it's like the first thing in my FAQ for Pixel Pirates. You can kind of go see it there if you're curious. I don't know.
Why you have to be all cryptic and stuff?
Yo, my guy gets a pass because he's out here being cryptic in spaces 6 days a week.
Just hanging out publicly 24/7, no biggie, you know.
That, I mean, that affords you a little bit of cryptic luxury.
Well, yeah, I guess,
Plus,
but
you're a
it is.
pirate. Plus, you're a
Dude, I'm a
pirate.
pirate. It's just like part of the thing. But either way, like, but the mid date is June. We'll just say June because it isn't fully nailed down. But there's a lot of fun stuff I'm going to be announcing soon that I think is going to get people like provide a little bit more clarity on the cryptic unknown dates that people are concerned and questioning and how cryptic is bad and et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, I'm a pirate, so
Bro,
you
I
know what
have
the hell.
so many giveaways to do. Like, you can't mint too soon.
Dude, we got time. We got a little bit of time, I should say. Not too much time.
Like I told him, I was giving Tenoshi shit. I'm like, dude, I thought I had so much more time to do more giveaways.
Pirates have been we're moving along. I mean, just to talk a little bit about what we've accomplished over the past week or talked about or released. We've opened up partnerships for robos, and everyone holding robo will get whitelisted to the pirate collection. We've done announcements with the spooks team. Same. There, anyone holding a spook will get whitelist, and the same for the skeleton mask down. We're actually providing a pretty awesome partnership for those guys. On anyone that's holding a skeleton mask down gets OP roll. We announced Mavs and the Mavs team with Enoshi. Anyone holding a Mav gets a whitelist spot. We had like crazy amount of people tweeting about the Pirates this past week as well. Like I think I in the raid channel, I think I pinned like 20, I don't even know, like 20 tweets about people just getting hyped about Pirates, which is really awesome to see. And we also had Creatures, which was the first team that actually had like insane art. Like, God, huge shout out to those guys. And so yeah, I mean, shout out to Denoshi with the most creative tweet so far. But yeah, there's been a lot of exciting things. I think we're hopefully again like working with the people that are out there and trying to again be community focused, I guess, right? So it's been a fun past week for me and seeing some of this come out and yeah, more to come with more announcements. That's probably the alpha on the pirate side, and I think we're also we got the final stages of the OP map, which is being revealed pretty much any day now. We're one island away, 2 islands away. That's public. If you're in the Discord, you might be 1 island away. So yeah, it's been a fun past week for Pixel Pirates. I'm not gonna lie.
I cannot wait. And can we also say all of this without a real art sneak yet? Just saying.
Just saying, dude.
Just saying, like, forget when mint, when art leak.
When art leak is the real question that I'm super excited about.
Yeah, like legitimately, everybody's out here big picturing it. Like, focus on today. Like, what do we want today? Deliverables. Give me an art leak. Please.
Yep. Dude, I'm so
Yeah, let
excited
me
about
see
that.
something.
How bad do you want it, Sneezy? Make an
Bro,
offer.
I am so excited to release some art, dude. Holding this back for so long has been slightly killing me, I'm not gonna lie.
Make an offer, Sneezy.
Hey, I've traded my arena, and then I got one of those renegades. I figured it out. So I posted it
Hey!
at the top of the space. I think it looks like a pretty dope one, if I'm being honest.
Bro, let's go. Congrats.
Oh, heck yeah, with the Goku hair. Let's go.
Literally Goku here. Awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty simple. The hard part was like the whole having to read stuff. But like if you just read the stuff, it's really super easy to figure out. That's the part I didn't do in the beginning.
That is why I'm here to help Pecker, because there was no pictures.
Yeah, but it was really straightforward once I did a little bit of reading the 2 lines of words that were there.
It's just a rabbit hole out here.
Yo, bullish on the amount of reading you and I are gonna have to do when we start learning Mandarin. No, I'm not even kidding, dude. Like, you and I should try and do that together.
I understand a bit of Mandarin, but when they start talking too fast, I lose context.
I had zero.
I understand a little bit of English, but when people start talking, I lose everything.
But yeah, last night, bro, I wanted to go up there and like talk to Gen, but they were too serious. Well, most of the time.
I wasn't sure what, dude. Like, again, had zero concept of what was actually being said, but was just listening to the conversation. It sounded like a conversation. Everybody
Like
seemed
from
to be good vibes, and the conversation was good. There was a bunch of speakers. Like I said, no idea what was being said, but it seemed like everybody was having a good time.
Pecker, you are an engineer. We need you to integrate ChatGPT 4.0 real-time translations API calls into Twitter tomorrow, please.
I'm a civil engineer, sir. Not a computer engineer.
Come on, bro. What the heck?
That's
But
okay.
yeah,
I
we can work that out.
thought you operated trains. Let's go.
Choo
like
choo.
Chinese.
I help a bunch of civil engineers every day.
But yeah, I'm curious about like how to integrate APIs with like the RPCs. That's an interesting thing to learn.
Yeah, I had a couple people DM me asking if I was using software, and I was like, no, I'm not. But tell me more about what you thought I was using, and if it's capable of doing what you thought I was doing, please tell me more.
An AI.
Are you an AI, Sneezy? Yeah, this is good questions now that we need to be asking.
I am not an AI, dude.
I mean, I've met him, so
Like,
He's a
quite
real human.
literally, I am probably
Well, I
the
mean,
furthest. What AI would act like me?
how can you be sure that that's not another person that you met?
because he showed me his tattoos that said
Yeah.
Sneezy, and then I seen him before in lots of Discord karaoke's with his shirt off. And there's only one person that would have that tattoo in that place.
Yeah, I
that he has
literally
it.
only know one person. I'm the only person I know with a maple leaf with a beaver, with a Canadian flag with a beaver instead of a maple leaf on his chest.
Yep. That's the only one who I know. And so I could connect the dots. And so when I met him, he almost was shirtless. And so I seen his tattoo and it was real. And then I knew that it was him and I wasn't going to I didn't know that I wasn't going to get kidnapped or anything like that. I just knew that it was really him.
Dude, honestly, the chest one's not even the one everybody would know. It's the snake on the forearm, or it is what it is on the other forearm.
Well, there you go. So now if you ever see a guy that you think might be Sneezy, look for those trademarks, and then it might be him.
Oh,
Well, I know we got 10 minutes left, Stevie, and I believe you're a real person. I can't wait to meet you
yo,
in person
that
one day.
flew by. Oh my goodness.
I just rapid pinned a few more additional posts here that I do believe we should probably touch on really quick, which is first one being the Loonies.
Oh heck yeah, AMA on Wednesday.
Let's go. So those guys, AMA happening, huge. Love to see it.
Wait until you find out they got a giant dickhead in that space though.
Who could be hosting that, you think?
Raging dickhead hosting that AMA.
I guess we'll have to wait and find out, huh?
Yeah, definitely not in this space.
Definitely not. No, yeah.
No.
Is it you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So, yeah,
agree.
I have no idea. But yeah.
Nipresh hit me up and asked if, because he posted that he was doing the AMA and he asked if I would host it for him, and I'm like, well, yeah, absolutely. So now I got to come up with like actual AMA questions. I'm like, dude, I don't think you understand the level of just like winging it I do. But okay, I'll try and pre-think some questions.
I do not think AMAs are in our book right now, but we will figure it out. Yeah. Okay.
Won't be a
I'll send you
recorded
some notes.
Like yeah, I used to do AMAs all the time. Like I
I
know
know,
all the
I'm messing.
cliche questions, but like I low-key hinted to him that like my AMA might not be your typical AMA. If you're looking for like your standard influencer pump your fucking whatever, like that's not gonna be me, but we'll have people laughing and people will learn about your project.
Yo, you
Let's
should
go.
send me notes on what questions not to ask if it's a recorded space.
Well,
Honestly, if you're doing an AMA, there's really nothing that's off the table.
Yep,
it is
that's
an
right.
AMA. It's ask me anything.
Yep.
It's not ask me some things.
Let's ask me anything.
And that's what I mean. Like the stuff I'm curious about isn't necessarily the stuff that would be your typical AMA stuff.
No, I just feel like if I'm
Like,
gonna be
dude,
with you guys on
I
the
could have a
space,
conversation. I could have a conversation with a project for an hour and literally not ask them what the supply is or what the mint price is.
Or when mint.
no, yeah, I was just gonna say that if I'm gonna be in the space with you guys, I feel like the topics can get derailed to like something totally out of space.
No, that never happens.
I don't know what you're talking about. Why are you attacking me?
It's still around it. It just happens to be around it, not exactly on it. You know?
Like you never touch the point, you're just gonna be around it.
Exactly. It's still informative. I mean, speaking of informative and exciting things that we should celebrate and give some huge flowers to, I just also pinned Julie 100 editions collection
Yo,
collected.
let's go.
Let's go. Let's fucking
Pump
go.
it. Go mint. Pump
Julie
it.
and
That is the
Serene's.
type of shit we need to pump the numbers.
Let's go.
These are rookie numbers. Click the link. Go mint.
We can do better, everybody. I got a couple of those editions that they worked on. I grabbed one for the wife and the daughter, and then one for my wallet. And then I got my wife a wallet name. And I'm just waiting for her to get a wallet so that way I can send her all the stuff I've been collecting for her.
Yo, let's
Dude,
go.
that is awesome. That is awesome. Getting the fam involved. Let's go.
Everything I've gotten her so far is basically something from Julia or Serene or like their combinations or their collaborations. Because I just think it's really cool art. I think my wife, every time I show my wife, she's just like, oh my God, that's so cool. So I know she enjoys looking at it as well. And so I'm hoping she gets on maybe one day and starts having conversations with those two, because I think that would be pretty neat.
So huge shout out.
I
So freaking cool.
I can't wait for more artistic souls to find Julie, Serene, and Pecker's space. Like I was talking to Smith the other night. I was telling him like, dude, I know Artsy doesn't do a whole lot of spaces, but like you gotta get, this is one that is literally it's not about the monkeys. It's about Artsy as an artist, and you've got to get her like we got to get her there. But yeah, no, like just yeah, watching your space grow, and I think it's just a matter of time before the 100 editions is going to be 1,000 editions. It's just a matter of time.
Matter of time. Honestly, I love the collabs. I love that it's like, you're doing different types of, art as well. It's been really fun to be part of and watch and see you both like grow. It's awesome.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to those two. Keep doing this spaces, and yeah, like if you're doing something that you're having fun with, don't take it like it's a job or it's something that you have to do. Just do it because you want to do it. And yeah, the community is growing around you, spreading love and support. And at the end of the day, it's gonna be you that's gonna be giving the support to like the people that you onboard.
And speaking of giving support and throwing some love, the person that's throwing love, Broke Pecker, is the other person we should be celebrating right now. Due to your recent post here as well, and mint that's up with Tidal Blue, supply of 50 at 0.3. Let's go, dude. Huge congrats to
Yeah.
you.
The blue edition or series rather that's actually inspired by what Julie did because she made a physical about it and she like sent one across to the HQ. So I thought I might be doing something fun as well, doing physicals. I've been thinking about doing physical for a while now, but I was just worried about like how I would get it across like the globe if ever somebody would need to have a physical. But since Julie did it, I asked her how it went, and yeah, at the end of the series, I might do something with physicals. It's gonna be a four-part series. This would be the first part, so it's blue, and that's why it's called U. It's gonna be four colors, and on top of that, it's pre-sale for the Aptosaurus. That's why I'm limiting it to 50.
Very cool. Hell yeah. Bullish.
Bullish AF.
I'm gonna try to get one of those.
Okay, not to be
2
a
minutes left,
space hog,
Sneezy.
not to be a space hog, but I did want to circle back to Julie, Serene, and Pecker space for a quick second because I've been meeting more and more people in Aptos from your region. Would you guys like, is that something you guys have ever considered? I know that, and I hope that you keep doing the English space because I think that what you guys are creating with that space is absolutely amazing. I also know the strain that that puts on you and that that's not necessarily a place where you're able to relax and be yourselves and talk. Is doing a space in your native language something that you guys have considered? Because if it is, I think everyone here would be bullish AF on supporting it.
Actually, that's one thing that we've been talking about.
Let's
Especially Dr.
go.
Woolen held the Chinese space, but on my perspective, I told Julie and Serene that we might want to focus on the art space first because um, we don't want to have too many things. We don't want to have them handle
Yeah,
too
you don't
many
want to
things.
spread yourself too thin. A
Yeah,
100%. I
it's
get
it
that.
may sound fun right now, but I just don't want them to feel like it would end up feeling like it's a job that they have to do.
No, a
But yeah,
100%.
because I feel like people will just come, especially that how they're representing the region, and yeah, people will come.
Yeah, I can just like someone like Azen is someone I think of that would be right. Like if you guys, if anybody ever started doing a regional space for you guys, would be someone that would be like up there and looking to contribute.
And yeah, I guess like one of the things that's holding me back, it will be the same thing that it's the same mindset that you had, Sneezy. Like we don't want to do it right now just because it might not
You
gather
want
enough
the value
attention.
add to be there. You want it. You want to build up the audience before you start doing it. Dude,
Yeah,
I get it, and I think the art space is 100% a beautiful way to be doing that.
yeah, but yeah, I guess that's it. We'll get there.
You know, not up here trying to pressure it. More so just saying if that's something that was even on the table, that is something that everybody wants to jump behind.
But of course, like, it just doesn't have to be us. It doesn't just have to be me. I mean, if Serene would want to run it, if Julie would want to run it, and she feels like, she could handle it, or she could, like, be consistent about it. If anybody else want to do it, like the regional spaces for our region, we'll support it. I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Yeah.
There,
Dr.
no matter the
Wuhan,
time or the place.
you're gonna have to listen back to this face. You got some flowers in here, homie.
Hi, Doctor.
Well, I know we're at basically the time here, and we didn't get a chance to really nail in or talk about, but just closing out the concept here that the first barbecue is live for shrimp. Shout out to those guys. Give them some hype because it is like also a really cool mechanic that's happening on Aptos for the shrimp team and the Mingos team. So really freaking cool. Live. I know Sneezy, you participated. I participated. Seen a bunch of people participating. So really cool to see people building unique concepts. And I feel like that's a big part of what today's space was about, honestly. A lot of unique stuff that's been happening over the past week, which is crazy to even talk about. So let's freaking go.
Yo, I know we're over time, but we're talking about stuff that's not here yet and that's pushing the space. To know she just popped back in. We got an FT coming to Aptos in the near future. I don't know if anybody else here is as NFT heavy on Aptos as I am, but I am very excited for that added layer. We talked a lot about the liquid NFTs. I'm bullish on Sparks providing a liquid aspect to my current holdings.
No, dude, I'm super stoked. But yeah, I think I told you guys the other day. Just reached out to Brent, get in contact with Luke and all them to go through it. Not Luke. What's his name? You guys know the super techie one.
Wait, hold on. Greg?
No.
On
Long
what?
hair.
Zactos?
Zactos. There he
Oh,
is.
Zactos. Hell
Um,
yeah.
so yeah, we're just going through some security measures and whatnot, getting the contracts looked at. But other than that, dude, it's ready. So yeah, dude, I'm super stoked to get it out there. But I'm also like very NFT heavy. I'm not big into all the degen, DeFi numbers, math stuff. So I like
Dude,
pictures,
I'm
the
the
cool
same.
shit.
That's the stuff I'm getting in and exposing myself to doing the DeFi. This is what I'm really excited about, is because it allows me to bring instead of me having to go out and dabble in a bunch of stuff, you're adding the DeFi layer to what I'm already interested in and predominantly putting my Aptos towards.
Right. Yeah, no, and then I mean, dude, just art. I love the. I'm gonna bring up the pixel bits art. I love pixel art in general, but dude, like this is such a. I'm like having so much fun just like creating this. It feels like old times again. We've been working on this collection now for like multiple months, adding things, taking things, changing things, tweaking things, making generations, taking things out. Dude, I'm just excited for people to collect them, people to grab a few, grab one, whatever. But I sent you and Atreyu a new one of ones that are coming into the collection. So just to tease you guys a little bit, have some fun with it. But dude, we're cooking. Everyone on Aptos is cooking. It's gonna be an Aptos summer. Get the barbecue ready. Throw your bananas out there. We're going crazy.
Yo, Aptos Summer is gonna be nuts, man. Dude, Aptos Summer was nuts last year, and we were in the depths of a bear market. Like, this is just going to be a level of fun. I think even you and I are excited about as people that have been on Aptos pretty much since the beginning. Like, what's coming is worth being excited about, in my
Dude, I'm
What's
so
humble
here?
stoked.
opinion.
What's here, dude? What's here is already something to be excited about. What's coming is just the extra layer that I'm like, holy cow, are we already in Aptos summer? Because it sure as hell feels like it. If this isn't it, jeez. I am really excited for episode 20 at this point.
I'm excited for episode 17 so we can see maybe Freehand Media with some PFP.
Oh yeah, no, the DMs have already been rekindled where we
FTP.
realize time is of the essence.
But you need that like the pencil into the F.
Funny enough, there is a pencil involved in the theoretical logo to this
Logo.
point.
Is it gonna be a broad bear?
Yeah, you got
Let's
it. Right on the
let's
skull.
Absolutely fucking not.
Ban him. Ban him.
All right, and is that really where we're gonna close
And
this
that's
space?
where we're gonna close the space on. Thanks, Pecker, for ending us behind. No,
Broke
And that's
Pecker,
why you're a
jeez.
broke pecker.
Yeesh. Ban. I'm just kidding.
Get out that ban hammer.
Oh my gosh, what a
I've
freaking
never.
fun episode. I mean, honestly, for everyone that's here, it's first time. Again, remember, like, subscribe to YouTube. We got it on there. Episodes all before everything for the past 4 months. We will be
4
posting
months,
this.
man.
That's crazy. That's literally crazy. We're gonna try and post this on Twitter now, thanks to recommendations as far as at least links for shorts and stuff like that. And the YouTube will be coming out hopefully in the next few days as well for episode 16. Appreciate everyone that's been here. It's been such a vibe. Honestly, such a huge milestone and celebration this past week for Aptos and everything that's been achieved. Man, I'm excited for Aptos Summer. Like, holy crap. If it's not here, I'm so freaking bullish. Let's go.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. While we were at Denoshi also, I don't know if you noticed, but free hands in the room. We told people about free hands tonight. No.
Yeah, boy.
Dr. Wulon, Julie, Serene, Broke Lion, Woki Barrow, Real B Man, Holy NFTs, Serene, Julie, J, A, Broke Pecker, Dr. Wulon, Riku, Denoshi, Atreyu. Thank you for holding it down. 4 months and counting. Can't wait for the next 4 episodes.
Can't wait for the next 4 months.
Exactly, man.
Can't wait for the next 4 years.
Bingo. I love you guys. I love building with you guys. I love hanging out. Can't wait to see you tomorrow. We got the Spook Space. They're doing a meme coin space, 12 p.m. EST. And we'll see you back here for Taco Bell Community with a person like you at 7 p.m. EST. Have a good night or day, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Love y'all.